Welcome back to my animal education series. Today we're at the Jacksonville Zoo. Yesterday afternoon we just decided to, on a whim, come to the zoo today. And we kind of threw up our timing a little bit because we forgot the hour change because I'm in Central Time Zone and this is the Eastern Time Zone. So we got here about an hour late, so there's a bit more people here than we would have wanted, but we're going to walk around the African exhibit first and we're going to take you guys along for the ride. So. Behind us here we have the southern white rhino enclosure, and I love this enclosure because it gives these rhinos tons of space, and with it being Florida, all the ground is mostly sand, so these guys have plenty of walled out pits for mud and all that stuff like that. It's so easy for them to dig. They also share their enclosure with some crowned cranes and some kudu, which just add to the whole enclosure and how these animals interact. And then behind us here we have another large enclosure for the bongo, but personally my favorite part is right here on the water's edge. You have all of these turtles hanging out on these logs. You guys know how much I love turtles and reptiles, so every time I see a body of water, I'm always looking for turtles. But I absolutely love these enclosures and all the space that they can provide. You can hear the train that they have back there, so if you want to ride around the zoo on the train, you can do that. And I have all this duckweed here. You guys might know that I had some duckweed in my water tank, and that still haunts me to this day because I can't get it out of my fish tank now because it was hiding in some cracks and crevices in the tank, and it kind of haunts me. So, but it is a sign of a healthy ecosystem, so there is that benefit. But there's a heck of a lot of duckweed here. But we have a reptile house to walk into, so I want to go look at that. We just left the reptile house, and there's a bunch of really neat species in there, like the Cape Cobra and the red spitting cobra. I always really like cobras and spitting cobras especially because I just think they're super neat and how they adapted to spit venom. But right now we're in front of the African elephant enclosure, and this actually has a lot of space as well because it goes all around here and they have this huge area to swim over there. So if you guys have ever had the lucky opportunity to see elephants swimming, it's one of the coolest things ever. So if you get the opportunity, make sure you definitely watch it in person. It's just really cool to see something that big swim semi-gracefully in the water. But we have another cool enclosure over here with some fruit bats. But the really important detail I want to talk about is all the paintings that are all over the zoo. So right here, there's a little painting of an elephant back there in the corner. I don't know how well you're gonna see from right here at least. But there's a bunch of paintings all over the zoo and on the side of the reptile house as well. And I just noticed like all the small details and enclosures and how they are set up. So I noticed like that back there. I just think it's really cool that someone put in all the effort to paint all this stuff all over the zoo. So if you guys ever come to the zoo, make sure you look out for all the paintings that are everywhere and enclosures and buildings and everything like that. But we're gonna walk on over here and see what else the zoo has to offer. We just finished having lunch, which was really good, by the way. So they have a good lunch at the Jaguar Cafe, and it's called the Jaguar Cafe for a good reason, because to my right and my left here we have two Jaguar exhibits. And one thing I really like is all the water features, all the plants, and all of the old ruins that decorate all the enclosures. So it kind of makes you feel like you're down in South America or Central America. And we actually have the one Jaguar up there on top of the hill. I'm not gonna walk over there because we have some people trying to look at it right now. But I just love how all these enclosures are decorated. And there's even a window into the one Jaguar exhibit from the restaurant, so we could watch the Jaguar as we're eating our delicious sandwiches. I'm not exactly sure where this one is, but just look at how well decorated it is with all the old brick and the ruined look and all the water features. I'm a big sucker for water features. I absolutely love that and how they incorporate that into enclosures. So let's go and see what other enclosures they have. We just left the South American Aviary, and there was a bunch of really cool species in there. We had turtles, we had giant otters, we had spoonbills, ibises, we had ducks, we had Incan terns, which my dad is a big fan of, so it kind of looks like they have a really funky mustache. But I really like going in there, and I was hanging out on one of the railings watching some of the turtles go about and watching a bunch of the fish, and one of the spoonbills just came over and was hanging out next to me. I don't know if he liked me because I'm just a cool person or anything, or I was the only person not trying to poke him or feed him. I'm not exactly sure. But I wasn't bugging him, he wasn't bugging me. He tried to bite my dad a couple times with the camera. But we're gonna move on to the next section of the zoo and see if we can make any more bird friends. I hope you guys enjoyed our little tour of the Jacksonville Zoo. My dad and I both really enjoyed it. And sorry there wasn't as much speaking parts towards the end. Someone, aka me, forgot to charge the camera before we drove 4.5 hours to the Jacksonville Zoo. That's my bad. So we got some footage on our phones. And since the camera was dying, we were prioritizing footage of all the animals for this video and for future videos that we want to make about various animal species. But again, sorry about the lack of speaking because I was kind of irresponsible with that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed our tour of the Jacksonville Zoo. Again, my dad and I both really enjoyed the zoo. We want to make more trips out there. But as always, don't forget to give a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you next week.